what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. And today, I'm bringing you from the Transformers Masterpiece series. This is MP-53 Cybertronian Warrior Skids. Now, I've heard some rumors online that this guy got pushed back. The release date got pushed back. I had actually pre-ordered him on Amazon.jp, and he showed up on my doorstep about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So I was very happy to receive this. And yeah, so let's take a look at the packaging. So there he is, Skids in MP form there. You see a nice robot mode there on the front. Takara, long life design. Not sure if that is a Honda thing or not sure what that means. MP-53 Cybertron Warrior Skids, lots of Japanese. There he is in his Honda City mode. It says City up there, Transformers Masterpiece. So very cool. I was actually on the fence about getting this guy or the red guy. I think his name is Reboost. But I figured I like the blue deco better. Some people like the red. I actually like the head sculpt on the other guy better. But we're gonna keep it with Skids today. So very standard fare for the Masterpiece packaging. You see him in his Honda City mode there on the side, and much the same on this side. You see him in his robot mode there. A little bit of close up there of MP-53 Skids. And on the bottom, you have your product information, and it is licensed by Honda. You see the Honda logo there. And on the top, Transformers Masterpiece, Skids. And on the back, you see your product shots and what he includes. So there it is, Transformers Masterpiece, Cybertronian Warrior Skids, lots of Japanese. This is talking about in the 80s, where it came from, how it was based on the original Diaclone mold of the Honda City Turbo. So you see it there, 1982. You can just pick out the dates here. 1981, hatchback, compact car. Okay, it's just kind of like the history of the Diaclone. And then it has the features of the opening door there. The doors can open. The front, you can see the engine. The back can open, and it can store the little scooter there. And you see Skids in his robot mode. Some of the main functions and the gimmicks of him. And then you see him with Masterpiece tracks and Blue Streak there. And then not a lot comes with this guy. It says what comes in the set. You get the figure, you get the gun, you get one gun, you get a character card, and you get his rifle. It says rifle, and you get the instructions. So that is pretty much it for MP-53 Skids. So without further ado, let's get this blue guy open and see what MP-53 Skids is all about. All right, so here we have MP-53 Skids out of the box. And before we get into his details, let's take a look at what he comes with in the box. We do have a trading card here. There's Masterpiece Skids there, and a very cool looking piece of art there. And on the back, it does show the sort of story, his background, and his tech specs, their vehicle mode, robot mode. And actually, I was mistaken. It's a very cool card. I was mistaken. This guy does not come with the scooter. That is the Reboost figure that comes with a little scooter that you can fit in the back. I thought Skids came with it too, but I guess the original red Honda City Turbo Diaclone figure did come with that scooter, but the Masterpiece did not include it, which is a little bit disappointing. I kind of wish they had included it in the Skids figure too. Not a big deal, but anyways. And it comes with a really nice full color instruction sheet, and this thing is actually pretty big. And you see Skids there in the same cartoon depiction we saw in the trading card. And there you see loud nitrogen rifle, twin electron blaster. There it is, how to hold his blasters. And this unfolds. This is actually a very big instruction sheet. So there are all types of views. You get the side view, front view, rear view, top view. And then the robot mode, you get the front view, side view, rear view. And it actually does say in English his tech specs, so you can take a look there. And little blurbs about the car, wheelbase and weight and torque and power and all that. Yeah, cute little car. I think these are really neat. Too bad they stopped making them. And then, yeah, just how to hold the weapon. And actually, yeah, this, I wasn't expecting this instruction sheet to be this detailed. I didn't think he was that difficult to transform, to tell you the truth, because the G1 figure was so, oh my God, yeah. Looks like, yeah, the G1 figure was so simple. But of course, it's a Masterpiece figure. Let's see, how many steps are we talking about here? We got 26 on that side, and yeah, 44 steps to robot mode, right? Let's see if I can get this in there. Yeah, right there, 44 steps to completion, robot mode. So let's take a look. Let's get those instructions out of the way. Let's take a look at some of the details on this guy. Really loving the color. Again, I'm very prone to blue Transformers, so that's another reason why I picked this guy. But the paint detail on this is just exquisite. I mean, obviously for a masterpiece, you get that really nice white highlights. You get the red there and turbo imprinted there. Just take a look at the paint real quick. The whole thing is painted in blue. You get the really nice Autobot symbol there on the hood. The lights, you get the Honda logo. Again, you got the turbo imprinted there. You get the orange lights, the under lights there. City on the license plate. So just going around really nice. Just loving the paintwork on this. You get the taillights in orange, red, and white. Again, this looks like a real car here, Honda. Get the Honda logo there. So some of the detail on this is just amazing. Again, you get some really nice silver paint for the wheels. And you get that red pinstriping there underneath. So really, really nice paint job. And you get some nice translucent, almost dark translucent for the windows and the sunroof that go all the way around. Now take a look at some of the other details. You get the side mirrors, which are also, see if I can get a close up there. They're also done a little bit of a silver paint there. So it looks really nice. And then on the side here, you get a little bit of orange paint on the side lights. And again, taking a look at the headlight. And that grill, I like how the grill is kind of off-center. That's really nice. It's not just all grill. They actually left some space for the turbo. And the detail, the amount of detail on this thing is really cool. It's just so different from what we're used to seeing in just kind of mainline figures. And again, you get some really nice detail with the windshield wipers here. Sort of graded effect with the vents there. And I love this part, just the gas tank. You have the little keyhole for the gas tank. And even the handles there, the car handles, those are done so nicely. So yeah, first impressions, this thing is really cool. Again, you get some nice black trim around the back window. You get the back windshield wiper. Again, you get the little place where the you can lift up the door. And speaking of, let's go through the gimmicks here. You can lift up the door. Again, a little disappointed that we didn't get the little scooter that fits in there, but you know, you can put weapon storage behind there. So that opens and closes. And the doors can open. Let's see here. Doors can open. They're a little bit difficult to open, but you can get them open. And you can see how he's just sort of tucked away in there. And also the Reboost figure does come with this sort of transparent guy that can fit in the driver's seat. So the doors can open, and then actually the hood can lift up. And this is really cool too. This is a really cool feature. Again, you gotta be very careful. It's actually on a hinge there. Please be very careful if you pick up this figure. It's very difficult to open. But some of the wiring and little components of the motor and everything in there, such fine details. And again, for a masterpiece figure, it's to be expected, but it's really, really cool. You get some nice silver paint, red and yellow. So very, very cool. So I really like this guy a lot. And just for a comparison here, make sure that closes all the way. I think that's closed. Just for a comparison, I have a actually reissue Skids here. This is the original G1 toy, just done in a reissue there. I think it's the Encore version, but just kind of a side-by-side of the two Skids there. So you can see where they got their cues from. So yeah, I think they did a bang-up job. Really nice. And of course, on the old school figure, this does open. These are actually two separate doors, but you can open them. So yeah, taking a look at both these guys, very, very cool. So just leaving those guys side by side. And one more accessory that he does come with is he comes with his little rifle here, which is cast in a sort of blue plastic. You get some nice molded detail there. And you get some nice black plastic for the barrel there. And this is static. It doesn't move or anything. So this just clips on his forearm there. So that is one of the accessories there. And the other is his dual laser rifle here. And again, it just clips in there. Done in just a nice silver chrome here. So very cool. You get a little bit of detail right there. But that is about it for his accessories. So yeah, so we're going to go through and 46 steps of transformation. Get this guy into his robot mode and see how he fares. All right, so 46 steps later, and we have MP-53 Skids in his robot mode. And actually, the transformation was not that bad. It was actually intuitive in some places, but a lot easier than I expected. This is sort of an easier type of masterpiece figure to transform, so I'm actually very grateful for that, because some of those masterpiece figures are just a real pain in the butt to transform. But this guy is not. He's actually very easy. And yeah, there we go, finished product. So let's take a look at his details. In robot mode, there is Skids. Let's take a look at that head sculpt first. Very nice head sculpt. You get some nice silver paint for the face, some nice recessed blue eyes there, a little bit of sort of powder blue for the helmet there. Very nice head sculpt. I really like that a lot. And of course, you get the Autobot logo there on the hood. Going down, you get some really nice detail here on the upper arms and some detail on the arms. And going down, we saw a lot of this in robot mode. And going down the waist, you get some little bit molded detail. Actually, he's very, let's kind of straighten him out here. It's actually very simple. There's not a whole lot of detail. There's a little bit of molded detail on the upper thighs there, some panel lining, but not a whole lot else. There's some sculpted detail in the feet, which I really like. It's really nice. But yeah, all in all, it's a pretty simple masterpiece figure. It's not a whole lot going on. But there, then again, the original was a pretty simple figure as well. So yeah, he is really cool. Really liking this guy in his robot mode. There he is holding his guns. Now the guns don't really plug in his hands. There's just a little notch on either side. You can either put it in on this side. He can hold it on the side. That just clips in like that, or you can have it like that. So it does look like he's holding his gun. Same thing with the double barrel laser thing over here. You can do the same thing. I like it on the outside, so it looks like he's shooting from the top of his arm there. So that's cool. So you can do it however you wish. So yeah, as far as let's do a quick comparison here. Bring in the original figure. I think, it would have been nice if there's a little bit more detail. Let's straighten his leg out here. Would have been nice if there was just like a little bit more detail. Just do a side-by-side real quick of these guys. Of course, the G1 figure is all stickered up and stuff, but I think there's maybe almost too much blue on this guy. It would have been nice if there was just a little bit of breakup, a little bit of maybe silver or just something to kind of break up this area here. I do feel like it's a lot of blue compared to the G1 figure, but all in all, it is what it is, and that's what they decided to do. So I do really like this inclusion of the red part up here, having the tires face the other way. So that is cool. But yeah, I think my only complaint would just be a little bit more paint or just a little bit more detail on the lower legs. The upper part is, I think it's fine, looks great. So yeah, so let's take away the G1 there and let's do a quick comparison with a modern day figure. Here is Blue Streak like we saw on the box. So that's how they compare size-wise. Obviously the Masterpiece towers over the modern day figure, but that's to be expected. So let's just take off his accessories and get into his posability here, articulation. Let's get that off. So let's start with his head. His head is, and so now it's a little hindered by this back piece, so it's a little tricky to move. So you get some forward and back movement there. You do get a full 360, but again, it's very difficult. It's on just a mushroom peg there. And so because of transformation, it does go back, but you don't want to put it too far. And not much side to side, so not a whole lot on the head. Now, if we put these doors back, you do get a full rotation on the shoulder. And his arm can go up that much because of transformation, go all the way up like that. And you do get a upper bicep swivel, and you do get over 90 degree at the arm. And there is wrist, there's a swivel there, and you get, 90 degree at the elbow. And there is wrist rotation here. And actually individual articulated fingers. Actually, the last three fingers are all one, and this finger is separate. So you see how they do that there. So you can actually articulate the hands there, which is cool. So that is the same on that side. Putting his arms out to the side, he does have a waist swivel, so he can do the full 360 there. And actually, there is a soft ratchet here that goes all the way forward, which is very nice. Now, the only thing is you can't really go back on this piece. I've been trying to sort of take this back, and you can't really put his leg back, but this transformation joint here, you can sort of break, and you can have his foot or his leg kick out that much. So I thought that was interesting. You can't really put it back per se, but you can take this transformation joint there and just sort of unhinge it and have his leg go back that much. But he can kick forward that much, and his legs can go out. Can't really do the full split, but and then there is a ball joint under there, so he can do the full 360 on there. And he has about a 90 degree at the knee. So some nice articulation there. And then, of course, his foot. because the transformation can go back and forth. You get the heel spur there, and of course you get the ankle rocker joint. A little bit, not too much. So he's fairly posable, not as posable as I think some Masterpiece figures are, but let's just get him back in a sort of neutral pose here. But overall, he feels good. The transformation, again, everything fits in, everything snaps in and plugs in where it should. And again, there are parts where I just kind of started going at it without even looking at the instructions. It was pretty intuitive. So that is always nice, especially with these Masterpiece figures. So let's get his hand situated here. And let's put his gun back. And let's put his laser gun back. I'll just put it on straight this time just so you can see how it looks. And there are two little notches there that it fits in. So anyways, it does fit in. It's supposed to fit in. So there's a notch there and there's a notch there. So it's not lining them up right, I guess. Actually, a little bit tricky. A little bit trickier than I thought it would be. Line up. Come on. Come on, Skids. Okay, you can do it. You got it. Nope, you don't. Okay, it's going back on the outer side. That's interesting. It fits on the outer side of his arm a lot better than it does on the inside. So that is something to be wary of. Anyways, so now we got him back in a neutral pose. And yeah, MP-53 Skids. Great figure, great paint. Love the way his look. Love the way he looks. Love the deco. Like I said, I'm very prone to blue Transformers, so this guy is right up my alley. And we'll just leave you with this shot of G1 Skids next to the MP-53 release Skids. And there they are, yeah. I'm actually glad with my decision. Like I said, I was going to get the red one, the Reboost, but he does come with a few more accessories. I think the head sculpt does look a little bit better on that figure. But you know what? I'm very happy with my decision here. And yeah, so if you guys want this figure, I'm not sure about the release dates. They are available on Amazon.jp. That's where I got mine. So hopefully you guys can get your copy as well. So anyways, this has been Matt in Japan for Transformers Masterpiece MP-53 Skids, the Cybertron Warrior. There he is. Great figure. Happy to have him in my collection. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.